Well, I've never done one of these talking over the top videos before, and I'm not particularly good at talking on the cuff, off the cuff, so there we go.
Kelly, first of all, tell us why you put... Was this just you, or was this part of Standing Up for Women? This is a pressure group you're involved with.
So it's part of Standing for Women, but it was...
By the way, this woman is hot.
It's something I really wanted to do, because I've noticed over the last few years we seem to be...
Wait a minute. Believes transgender women threaten feminism. When you listen to what this woman actually says throughout this 8 minutes, this doesn't even come into it. In fact, I don't think she even mentions feminism once until the others bring it up.
Over the last few years we seem to be losing the word woman, so we might be called cervix havers or menstruators. Well, in cervical cancer campaign material.
Yeah, because this is a larger debate about gender and not just women.
The word woman doesn't appear. Menstruators, chest feeders, pregnant people, and I just thought the essence of this debate and what we're losing is...
Dick haver. I don't know. Fucking... spunk maker.
Is literally the word woman to mean adult human female.
But people seem to be embracing the word woman as well. You're saying that it's disappearing. I think that...
She's just a retard, and she's just going to say the first thing that comes into her little head.
That it's disappearing. I think that that's not entirely the case. I mean, I think women are being very much embraced at the moment as well. We're very much in the news. Women are taking over very high positions of power. Do you not agree that that females are being celebrated?
Well, you say female and woman.
How funny that the feminist is not impressed by that, because she knows that the other woman's talking crap.
Interchangeably, and I would agree with you, but that isn't what's happening in the public sphere. So we had Philip Bunce just winning a woman sort of entrepreneur award or business award, and he just wears a dress one day a week. So it's being diluted.
Yeah, ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous.
So how do you define...
Look, wait a minute. There's a man on the out.
Wait a minute. Eamon's got to try and diffuse the situation somehow with some completely fucking irrelevant thought.
Side here. Right, this just makes me feel that you're making the word female more exclusive than inclusive. You're claiming...
Yeah, okay, Eamon. What does that have to do with anything?
it back. You're fighting for it back,
Absolutely.
right? Right, you think it's been diluted. Let me ask you, beside you, India Willoughby, she transitioned from a male...
This is one of these abominations.
...to female, what, 3 years ago now?
3 years ago.
Yeah. Why does she threaten you?
I think when you decide that men can come into women's space, it's no longer a women's space.
But she sees herself as a woman.
Oh, okay. Well, I might see myself as some kind of fucking toaster. Are you going to defend me now, Eamon? Put some bread in me, Eamon. Come on, put some bread in me.
You in every way, and explain to me how you react to that assertion.
I just want to ask you, Kelly, what would make you happy? Would you want to shave my head? Would you make me want to wear boys' clothes? Take my driving licence away and change it back to a male driving licence?
Absolutely not. You can do anything you want, just you not be recognised as a woman in law.
But Kellie-Jay...
But I am recognised.
if she
No, because you have the army of idiots to back you up.
As a
sees
woman
herself
in
as a
law.
woman, do you have any sympathy that you're looking at a woman who was trapped in a man's body?
No.
Oh, please, you need to believe us, please. Our whole entire mind frame depends on this.
Unfortunately, I really don't think you can change sex in any meaningful way. Every cell in the human body has got the DNA code of what sex you are. So
Yeah, and every single scientist that could possibly watch this video would agree and should say something about it, but won't.
India obviously looks like a woman, but I don't see India as a woman.
Right. And what
Yeah, and it's not about seeing, it's about knowing.
what is it about trans people that makes you so angry? I mean, me as an individual.
Angry. Okay, so there isn't a legitimate argument that backs into law and you know, impacts on the whole foundation of society. You know, instead, she just has to be angry as if it's an opinion.
I've read some of your tweets, and you've said that trans people are out to annihilate women and extinguish them from the planet, effectively. Now,
I don't think I've ever said that.
but you don't recognise trans people
Why won't you allow our weird fucking third column to come into this?
as women, do you?
No.
So what would you say to the? Literally, my mum is obviously a woman. She loves me to bits. My sister, you know, she just accepts me now as her sister. I've got
Yeah, probably because she fucking hates you and just wants you to shut the fuck up.
literally hundreds of women friends. I just lead a normal life. So why is that
Why
troublesome
can't you
for
do that still as a man?
No, but why is it your business?
Because it affects women in law and the way we live. It absolutely
Yeah.
does.
Irrefutable. There is no argument to have.
It doesn't affect anyone.
How does
Of
it,
course
how
it
do-
does.
How does it affect us?
So,
Oh, you're going to sit there and defend the ostensibly oppressed person because, I don't know, that's just what these women on TV have to do.
for example, if I was arrested today by a police officer who still had a penis but said he was a woman, he's allowed to intimately search me. Now, the reason he's allowed to intimately search me is because a transgender police officer who said he was a woman took the police to court to have that right because he said it was discriminatory
But if
for
he
him not to
believes,
be able
if he
to.
believes he's a woman, you're saying that
But if we can somehow turn it into a fiction, then maybe you won't be able to disprove it.
that doesn't make him a woman.
That's saying I have to indulge in that belief also, and I don't.
But when you're sitting,
This woman is fucking smart. Like, and she's calling herself a feminist. And it's not often that feminists are particularly smart, but this one is just bang on.
with someone who, like India, who has from a very young age said just felt very wrong as a boy, has lived as a woman for many years.
What does that mean?
Had the full
What does it mean, living as a woman? Again, am I a toaster because I go around saying it?
transgender reassignment surgery. I mean, there's a lot goes into this. That is not just done on a whim.
Yeah.
And you're now saying that she can't be a woman.
What does living, something
Oh,
I really wanted
shit,
to do.
hold on.
From a very young age, transgender reassignment surgery woman for many
What
years.
does that
This guy just looks pathetic. He looks like he's taken dick in his arse for so many years that he doesn't know what a man is anymore.
mean?
Had the full transgender reassignment surgery. I mean, there's a lot goes into this. That is not just done on a whim.
Yeah.
And you're now saying that she can't be a woman.
What does living as a woman actually
Well, ask
mean?
her.
What does living as a woman mean?
Ask me. I think that's a really good question. Well, you know, I have something called gender dysphoria. It's
Yeah, and he was given that by a doctor.
to recognise medical condition.
Yeah.
Just like all these people that have anxiety disorders, you were given them by a doctor. You did not have it before you went to the doctor. It's a transient condition, which means it's not permanently there. It's triggered. So you go to the doctors and you say, I'm feeling anxious. They say you have anxiety disorder. Now you're suddenly anxious 100% of the time. It's the same with this gender shit.
The world over for 50 years or so, and the treatment for somebody like me who felt gender dysphoria is the only way I can feel normal, if you like, is by
Living a lie.
transitioning. And I've transitioned, and life is great. You know, I have no problems.
For how much time have you been the opposite gender? A year? 2 years? And you're capable of saying that your whole entire life's been subverted.
I pay my taxes.
Okay,
I have
what
a
does living as a
responsible
woman mean?
job. I'm living as me. I'm living as me.
Yeah, but what does living as a
I don't
woman
know.
mean? We need
What
to
does it
define
mean
these
to you?
terms.
What does-
On the one hand, we're not allowed to identify gender. There's no male, there's no female. On the other hand, this thing demands to be called whatever it desires.
Does it mean
Well, it means that I have a female
does it
body, and in the society in which I
No.
live, there is a two-way street. The way I feel
Right, we've got to do round 2 because apparently I'm on a 10-minute limit. So, anyway.
No matter how I feel about myself, I can't enforce a society to indulge in my delusion.
Okay. Can I?
Yes. That's just basic decency, respect. You don't lie to people and expect them to repeat your lies back to you.
But you're saying that she's
polite
deluded
question.
to
I'm
to
saying
want
that
to be
India
a
isn't
woman.
a woman.
Yeah.
I'm saying that men cannot be women.
Irrefutable.
And now, India's free to live their life, however...
India is free to have the pursuit of liberty, however you want to define that. But that doesn't include infringing on the liberties of other people who are saying, look, there's only 2 genders, you're kind of born with it, you don't get to just go around making it up.
Whatever they want.
But you wouldn't
can't
want
be
me
a woman.
legally recognised as a woman. So let's say, for an instance, I could go out on a night and I got raped. So who would I go to a women's refuge in your
Well,
world?
no,
This particular point I thought was brilliant.
because then it wouldn't be a women's refuge, would it?
So where would I go?
Well, you could raise money and make your own refuge.
Wow. I mean, this thing doesn't want to be called a male or a female, but apparently it was a male and now it's a female. Well, actually, no, you're not included in our society anymore because you are, by choice, excluded. But you want to come in and demand that all the laws of the society are rewritten for you. Well, no, you can just go and open your own genderless, extra gender, multi-gender shelter.
But why does it-
Why
why does
are you
Let's
trying to
not be personal. We're
ghettoise
talking
it?
about
You
a
are
broad...
being, but you are being
But
very
that's
personal.
almost
Okay, but
like
you're
if
asking me
this-
to keep talking about India. Let's talk about the broad basis of women and men.
But
So we
India
had...
India
Yeah, let's get back to sanity. She's saying let's get back to sanity before I stand up and want to kill you all.
does represent a lot of people who
No,
have
India
transitioned. She
no.
does. She speaks about it very openly.
Well, Miranda Yardley does too, and he doesn't agree remotely with India.
See, the trouble is, in this day and age,
The trouble is that we don't like facts and the truth anymore. We prefer it if you say that everything's an opinion, and then one person can stand on one side and another person can stand on the other side, and we'll just battle it out, and it'll be your opinion, and that'll be that.
your poster was taken down and one of the complaints the main complaint came from a Dr. Adrian Harrop, who is not trans but describes himself as an ally of the transgender community, and he complained to the billboard company that your poster would serve to make transgender women
See the truth for about half a second and then have to remove it.
feel unsafe, and in fact it was a transphobic hate crime. Do you see yourself as, I mean, are you proud to be transphobic?
Are you proud to be transphobic? I mean, is there anything more disgusting than to have this fucking idiot accuse you on national television of being a hate criminal when you're just trying to make a sane point that people have known for thousands of years?
I don't know what transphobia means unless
Well,
it
you don't
means that I
stand
don't...
for her
No,
and
but
what she
No.
is.
She's absolutely offended to the core at this very moment.
You
Paid
don't
for a
tolerate-
poster to put on a
talk-
That is a look of I'm going insane.
Talk about women, adult human females, and the fact that it's deemed transphobic, it absolutely highlights the absurdity of what's going on.
You've actually been investigated by the police for...
Yeah.
Oh, and this, again, more outrageous accusations now. Truly deserving of, I don't know what.
For
malicious
saying that you shouldn't...
communications.
No,
But what...
no.
I've had enough of you.
I was interviewed by West Yorkshire Police, of which I could make lots of comments about their behaviour, and they wanted to see, test the law as to whether or not it's unlawful to say that you shouldn't take a 16-year-old to Thailand and castrate them.
But why is this your business? It's a...
Because she clearly likes to stand up for the rights of children, unlike you, who wants to manipulate and molest children.
personal family
Why is
matter.
it-
There's going to be a...
It's not a
big
personal family matter.
ITV
Susie Green has carved
drama.
her whole career out
Are
of
we
this.
agreed there's just terrible confusion and there is a long...
This guy, he's fucking unbelievable. He needs to be taken off television immediately.
way to go with all of this?
No, I think I'm agreed that this is an absolute assault on women and womanhood, and we are losing...
None of my women friends feel
Yeah,
that.
and for once in my life, I'm standing up for this feminist because she's bang on the money.
Well,
I
that's your
know.
women friends.
I don't think the
don't-
nation
So you
feels it
don't
as a
respect her
problem.
journey in any way? I mean, I think...
I don't see why that matters.
I think it does.
No, I
matters
don't think
because-
it matters. I
well,
don't
to
think
me,
we need
can I
to
just say
respect
again as a man,
individuals'
right, I couldn't
journey.
say the sort of things you're saying, and
You're not a man, you're a fucking mouse at best.
you have every right to say what you say as a woman. I've no difficulty with that. What I don't understand is why you don't empathise or understand.
Why do you not empathise with liars? Is this the question that's being asked? I mean, do we have to ask that question?
That I don't think India does this for fun.
No,
Can I
it's,
just...
it's
Nobody's
horrible.
saying that.
I was so oppressed. I had to spend thousands of taxpayers' money having this gender reassignment so that I could publicly lie to everybody.
It's not like
there's no pleasure in being trans. I don't get a kick out of it, a buzz.
So therefore,
No, you just get extra legal rights.
Really, really tough.
can you not sort of see that she has
The word I saw the other day was neo-legal, which I thought was pretty good.
a journey, that she's looking maybe for a destination with other women to say, please embrace me, please understand what I've gone through?
Well, what about Karen White, who claims, who is a trans woman, who went into British prisons and raped women in female
Well,
prisons?
Myra Hindley, Rose.
We'll just brush that over. We don't really care about that.
West. What
Oh,
are
no,
you,
no,
what are you
no,
saying
no.
for
There's
one
80,000
example?
men in our prisons.
And look at this. What's this? My teddy bear is my mythical god. Well, I mean, you don't need to say anything about that, do you?